And I started to wonder, will I be Asian? Last year I made a video that became very popular, and now I regret it. I made a video that became very popular that I wasn't expecting that it was going to become very popular because my channel was very small, and because of that video I got a lot of subscribers. But what is this video about? But it's not only me. A lot of people here in Mexico look Asian. This video is called Why Do Some Mexicans Look Asian? I made this video because I was living in Vietnam. There's something very interesting that happened to me in Vietnam. A lot of Vietnamese people would ask me if I was Vietnamese. And then I would meet Filipino people and they would ask me the same. It was so insistent. I started to think about this more and more. Then I returned to Mexico and I thought, what about if there's so more information about this topic? What about if there's an explanation? So I started to do some research, and then I made this video. There are some studies that show that around 1/3 of the people living in Guerrero, the Pacific coastal state of Mexico, had 10% Asian ancestry. The video got a lot of views. I was shocked. It was very interesting to read your comments. It was very interesting to see that a lot of people got interested in what I said. I wasn't expecting that. I truly did it because I really wanted to know about this, and I found some very interesting things about this topic. And this is the nice part about this video. But this video got a side of the world that I hadn't seen. I was very innocent and I didn't understand about this. If I knew about this before, I'm sure that I wouldn't have done this video. This is a quick interruption for a quick announcement. You know, guys, that my job is to make videos, and the way I get money is by sponsorships. And the sponsor for this video is me. Are you interested in traveling or living in Mexico, but you cannot speak Spanish? I'm offering Spanish conversation courses where you'll have the opportunity to speak with native speakers, teachers that will help you thrive in Spanish. My courses have a structure to make you reach your goal. I will provide a vocabulary list, videos with transcriptions, exercises, material, but not only that, you'll also have opportunity to practice with native speakers that will help you between classes, but you'll also have live classes. Do you already speak Spanish? But are you using the phrases that we use in Mexico? I also provide conversational courses where I will show you the way that we Mexicans speak using Mexican phrases and vocabulary. My website is thriveinspanish.com. I will leave it below in the description. Book a class with me and see you there. So, what is this scary thing that I discovered after making this video? Well, before telling you this, I think you need a little bit of more context. After making that video of Why Do Some Mexicans Look Asian, if you want to watch the video, I'm going to leave the link here. I saw in the comments section that a lot of people were asking, well, you should do a DNA test. I thought, yeah, maybe I could do it. And then I saw a lot of people commenting the same. That it awoke my curiosity. Well, I bought a DNA test. And of course, I made a video about this. Oh my God! I didn't expect this. If you want to watch this video, I'm going to leave the link here or here. This video became very popular too because of the results that I had. I'm excited. I'm nervous as well. I wanted my results to be a surprise for me, but also for you, for my public. So I opened the results in front of the camera. I hadn't seen my results before. I have my results here in my laptop now, and the results that I got were 96% Mesoamerican and Andean, 1.6 indigenous Amazonian, and 2.4 other ethnicities, which it also included a small percentage of origin from Asia. I released the video because I knew that this video is something that you wanted to see, I have to say. So I did it. And if I'm honest, obviously a lot of YouTubers want to have a lot of views because that's our job. So of course I had to do it. I hope I explained myself very well because this is kind of hard to say. The first kind, and I'm gonna read one of the comments that I've been receiving. This is one of the popular comments. It says, "I'm so happy you found out you're of indigenous ancestry." Another one, "Congratulations, you are indigenous." Another one, "Wow, she's pure indigenous." Another one, "Wow, almost 100% indigenous. Yet she doesn't speak a native language." This is a very interesting comment. I didn't understand why people were congratulating me. And don't get me wrong, I'm so happy of the results that I had. I feel very, very proud of the results that I had. But I don't deserve to be congratulated. Why should I be congratulated? I don't speak a native language, sadly. I don't have certain traditions or customs. I'm just an average person, and I don't have a specific way to dress the clothes of my community. In Mexico, there are 68 cultures with different languages and traditions. Being congratulated for being indigenous, me? I feel I don't deserve it. I feel that it's not correct to congratulate somebody just for their ethnicity. I'm so happy that, for example, in my country, indigenous people are getting the recognition. A long time ago, probably when I was a child, indigenous people wouldn't want to accept that they were indigenous because they weren't accepted in our society. I think something is changing now, and I'm super happy about that. Being an indigenous person doesn't mean that you are a better person or a worse person. What about if I had 50% Spanish origin? What about if I had Asian origin? What about if I had Irish origin? Okay, I made a point. This is something that I wanted to mention because I think this is going to explain how I feel later. It's just interesting to read the comments as a YouTuber. I'm not saying that I felt like they were threatening my persona. It's just that the comments reminded me of the other side of my family that I don't know. I don't know who my father is. A lot of people were saying the side of your father carries the best DNAs, things like that. I didn't like to remember that side of my family. I've been spending a lot of time with my mother's family. My sisters are half sisters, and I feel a lot of connection with them. That was another reason of why I don't want to give importance to my DNA. And here it comes, the other part of the comments that made me feel that I had been very innocent. Let me read one of the comments and let me explain why, please. Stay until the end of this video because I think I will give a point. I have this comment saying, "You are you. Our race or ethnicity don't determine who we are as an individual. Neither color of skin determine if a person is gonna be evil person or a good one." And let me explain why I was a little bit confused, even though I agree with this person. There's a lot of comments like that in my video, and I think I know why. I think those people think that I feel special because my results were 100% pure indigenous, that I'm giving a lot of attention to my race. that I think that being indigenous is a privilege because I'm pure. I don't think this. And of course, I don't forget all my patrons who are supporting my channel. This is a special mention for you guys because I know you're enjoying my content and this is so nice for me, so special for me. And if you aren't part of Patreon, thank you very much as well because I know you're watching this video and you're enjoying this video. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, comment. That will help me a lot. I just made a video because I found information interesting. I think it's cool to know our roots, but just that. I mentioned in my Why Do Some Mexicans Look Asian video that it's very common to hear in Mexico and probably in other countries in Latin America that we like to put nicknames. For example, it's very common to hear, Chino, you are the Chino, even gorda, gorda is a fat person, flaca is a thin person, and that's normal. It's a cute way to call a friend or even a member of your family. I'm not saying racism doesn't exist in Mexico. It exists. What I'm saying here is that we Mexicans don't care about our ethnicity. You've probably heard that a Mexican is talking about being half Chinese, being half Japanese, but that's part of a very specific conversation. I think that we as Mexicans know that if we are 40% Spanish and 30% Chinese, let's say, that doesn't define our identity. I'm Mexican, so it's the country where I have a lot of experience. The social classes are marked by the color skin, unfortunately. Nowadays, if you come to Mexico, you'll see advertisements of white people announcing a product on the television. It's normal just to see white people, white Mexican people. It's very easy to tell. If you've been to Mexico, you'll agree with me. I think that with this example, you can see the problem that Mexico has with this kind of racism. But this could be a topic for another video that I want to make definitely. The majority of Mexicans think that being white, being a dark-skinned person, being indigenous person is not part of our identity. You'll probably notice that we segregate ourselves a little bit, but that's in a very unconscious way. Wait for the video that I'm planning to make about this topic. And having said this, I believe that those people who are leaving comments on my YouTube videos saying, we are all one race, you are just a person, you are just a human. And I think the reason is that probably because in their environment, they have found people who think that their race is part of their identity. I've heard of this phenomenon more in the United States. That seems very foreign to me. I've been learning a lot of things, so I am more careful now. And for this reason, I agree that we are all one race. I don't care where people come from. I know that I have a lot of people watching from the United States. So I would love to hear your comments. This is the reason of why I believe a lot of people got molested, got angry of watching that video. I also received a lot of comments saying that why I married a white guy if I'm indigenous. People's reaction was something that surprised me because I discovered that a lot of people pay a lot of attention to races. I don't promote that way of thinking. Making those videos in the past taught me that having a DNA test can cause divisions in people. I believe that people's classification based on their race can cause a lot of divisions. And that's something that I definitely don't agree with. So now I wonder, does having a DNA test can be divisive? I believe that having a DNA is something cool because you know more about your history, about your past. And this was the only concept that I believed it existed. I would love to hear your comments about my thoughts. Let me know your comments below in the video. I hope everything is clear. I'm not denying my roots if that wasn't clear. I feel very, very proud of who I am, but that doesn't define me as a person. That doesn't define us as a person. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope to see you in the next week. Adios!